So we'll be sharing it with people afterwards anyway. But welcome everybody for joining us for our, I think it's fourth showcase. Yes, it's our fourth showcase. And today we have Daniel and Amelia who are going to be showing off their courses today. Before we get started, just a few things. This is a really special, sort of event that we take one of our office hours in order to do this. Because we think it's really important to be able to have our community show off what they're doing in Xperiencify, show us how they're creating, any tips or tricks they have, special hacks that they have. I've seen both of the courses here that we're going to be looking at, and I'm already pretty excited to see how, Amelia, you've used different coupon codes, and Daniel, how you've used different courses to bring people into your practice. And so, what I'd like to remind everybody about is that we have a lot of different resources like this showcase that are available in order to help you build your course. First of all, we have a couple of live trainings that we do every week. And Brenda, who's on the call here right now, is the one who leads those trainings. We can walk you through a workshop course, how to build a workshop course, how to build an inspiring mini course. And I know, Brenda, you tell me right now, is our challenge course, is that already up there and running? Do you offer that as well?
Not yet, but it will be available on the first week of October.
Awesome. So we're gonna have challenge courses as well. And so if you're wondering, gosh, how do I get started? How do I, take a next step, etc.? Those are really fantastic ways because they're live. They're with a real human. Brenda's a real person. She's not an AI avatar. And you can ask questions in real time. You can see her click by click walk you through those things. So I recommend that you take that opportunity. The second thing I want to remind everybody of is our done for you packages. These our done for you packages are ways for you to accelerate getting your course into Xperiencify and get out there selling and actually building your practice pretty I think it's the most rapid way that we can do it. And one of the things that I often talk to people on in calls and as they're asking about those is for people to consider, as you come into Xperiencify, how much do you charge for a coaching call, or how much do you charge for an hour of your time? And if you start to add that up as you're building a course or as you're going through the weeks or the weeks or days that it takes you to build a course, it adds up really quick. And so our done for you packages end up becoming extremely cheap for most people very quickly. When you think about the number of hours that you take in order to do that and in order to build a course, rather than just going for one of those packages. And we have one for each of the templates in our system. A third resource I want to talk about are our office hours. We're using one right now in order to do the showcase, but we have them 3 times a week. And those office hours are just open Zoom calls essentially, where you can come in and ask any question that you'd like about a problem you're having, or a tip or a trick, or how to tweak something in your course, or maybe on one of your pages or something like that. So if you want to get the office hours schedule, just go over to our help file and look up office hours, and we will have those are available to you in perpetuity, because we change the hours on a weekly basis to accommodate different time frames. The final thing is obviously if you ever want to contact support, you can always contact us at support@xperiencify.com. And I want to put on the table now that you probably received an email today from Murray about a special announcement that we're going to be launching very soon. And last week we finished up our beta test process of what we call Go Plus. And we're really excited to be launching Go Plus officially in October. And that is a system that is going to really completely change the opportunity for all Xperiencify creators by adding all of the pieces that you need to actually run your business in one place. And so we're really excited about that. So if you want to go over and check out usegoplus.com and start to learn about that, that's going to be live, I think, in 48 hours here on Wednesday, in order for you to get into that and start using that. So I have talked enough. I just want to remind everyone that as you're here, Daniel and Amelia are going to, did I just say? Yeah, Amelia. Sorry, I thought I said the wrong name there. They're going to be showing off their courses. So as you're watching, please put your comments in the chat, or call out as you're going along. We'd love to get constructive feedback. We'd love to hear kudos. We'd love to ask questions about how they did something. But of course, if you don't have something nice to say, please keep it to yourself, and we'll go from there. So I believe, Amelia, you're going to kick us off. Is that correct?
Yep, I'll be happy to.
All right, great. Why don't you take us away? You can share your screen or however you'd like to start.
Okay, yep, I'll be happy to share my screen. So I'll go ahead and do so. So um, I'm going to show you the Learn More sales page as I get into it. And then I also have my course opened in an incognito window as a student, because I believe, Brenda, you had wanted both types of pages shown.
And
Um,
I want to confirm as well, Brenda, before we go any further, you're the one recording now, correct?
Yes,
Okay,
I
great. Just want to make sure that one of us is recording and not just one of the AI bots. So great, thanks.
Let me know if you could see my screen.
Yep.
am. Yeah.
So and I'll kind of scroll up as I start talking. So just 2 seconds to let you know a little bit about me. My name is Amelia Griggs, and I want to thank everyone for this invite. Thank you, Brenda, and all of you and everyone from the Xperiencify team. Everybody's great. And of course, I have to say a shout out. Thank you to Murray Gray and Marissa Murgatroyd. I've learned so much over the past couple of years. So anyway, the subject matter for my course is how to self-publish a book on Amazon KDP. And it's actually part of my whole author journey experience. It's based on a particular book in my author journey success series. It all started about 7 years ago when I started self-publishing part-time while working full-time. I have since moved to consulting, and now I devote my time to creating training materials and helping others. I also have a YouTube channel which focuses on technology training. And in my background, I started in IT and healthcare, computer geek, and then moved into e-learning development. And I created training videos for the corporate world, but my dream was to someday create courses on my own. But I did experiment with a couple other course platforms. But it was 2+ years ago that I stumbled upon one of Marissa Murgatroyd's excellent video, and then I discovered Xperiencify, and my life has changed ever since. It was exactly what I was looking for. I had been looking for a course platform that had gamification, because in the corporate world, we used to use tools like, if you've ever heard of like Xperiencify and other types of tools that make it fun. And I could not find a course platform that had that. Okay, I wrote down some key points, Brenda, that you wanted me to mention. So the target audience would be someone who's either interested in learning how to self-publish, and they either started writing a book, or maybe they've already written a book and they don't know what to do next. It's also for someone who wants to write a book but needs help picking a genre and getting their book done. So I have training that could help people at the beginning of their journey, because self-publishing, you could already have written a book or maybe not. I know when I took a self-publishing course many years ago, I had not written anything yet. So the audience could be like, there's a few different flavors of the audience. So for the objectives, I thought I would just swing over to the inside of the course. This is what my homepage looks like if somebody takes a course, and there's a little intro video here. But here's the objectives of the course.
So
Prepare.
we're
Oh,
not seeing that right now. I'm not sure. Did you change your browser tab or?
yeah, you know what? Because I showed a certain screen, let me
So you might want to
stop
reshare your.
sharing and then reshare. And
Thanks.
1 second. And I will show my screen. I'm looking for it. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is the behind the scenes, what my course looks like if somebody logs in, and the timer would be starting. And they have a little intro video here. And here's the 3 objectives. Prepare your book for self-publishing, upload your book files on KDP, and then finally publish and launch your book. So in addition to showing you this homepage, let me just see. So I have a mini course, and this is my main course. And I have to say, to add to what you were saying about Done For You, I did purchase some blocks of time to get some help on this. And I do want to say that it took me some time to put it all together. The training videos were not too difficult for me because I'm used to that, and I have background on that. But any course platform that I found that you decide to embark in is a new learning curve, because it's just a matter of finding where everything is, and it's like putting pieces of a puzzle together. So let me just see some other key points that Brenda wanted me to mention. So you also, Brenda, wanted me to show, well, my Learn More and sales page is still evolving. I showed you a lot of it. But I also have, let me just show you here. Go back to that screen for just a second. So the Learn More page here also is sort of like a work in progress. I got some feedback. I joined some course groups on Facebook, got some good comments and some kind of brutal comments where people were like, oh, it's repetitive. And, but, I learned to just take all the feedback in stride and improve upon it. So I decided on my Learn More sales page to show potential students what's included. So there's about 20 training videos, and here's all the topics that are in preparing your book. And then I have topics in the how to use Amazon KDP, and then publishing and launching your book. So
what did you use to create the thumbnails there? Because they're all very sexy, for lack of a better term. They look nice, they look professional, they don't look, wonky, like, and they all are of the same look
style.
and feel. Yeah, the same style. So
Yeah.
I mean, is this a Dolly creation, or what is it?
No, well, some of them are from the Xperiencify library, because when I worked with Marina in the development group, I wanted like certain graphics to show on certain pages. So there were some that like, I know this particular one, like there's this purple one, that's definitely, but the other ones I found in Canva. I did find similar style in Canva that were related to the topic. So, and I considered, photographic images versus illustrative. We always used to go through that in the corporate world. And my thing is like, be pretty consistent, but then on my like up here, I decided, just use photos. Well, these I got in Canva. Yeah, so I love Canva and used it for a lot. I also use Canva to like lay out the testimonials here. So I do have people testing my course. I have some real students hoping to get more really soon. So if they read this and anytime they want, they can click on one of these buttons and then it will go to the order page. Now, I have been told recently by someone that this is a little wordy. So, well, it was a lot more wordy. So I kind of trimmed it down. So this is my order page. And I decided, like, my original plan was to go with like the pricing, because I know, Brenna, you want to know if there was any challenges along the way. Deciding on the price was tough. My real price is $5.99 with $100 coupon. That for now it's like an open coupon. I didn't put it that it expires. However, to get people interested, because I had a lot of people ask me or say, I don't want to just do training, I want consulting, and I really just want the one-on-one. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll come up with 3 tiers. If they just want the course, this is going to change in the new year. But for now, they can grab just the course for $77, and then they can get the course plus 2 coaching sessions for $299, or for $499, they can get 4 coaching sessions.
I have a psychology question. Is there any reason why you chose 7s for your course only and then 9s for your plan?
Yeah, good eye. I think just 7's for lucky number. And I heard of like people offering like smaller courses for like $27, $47.
Sure.
There seem to be a lot of 7's in there. So, but yeah, love that feedback. And the $299 and $499s, like, instead of saying 300 or
Of
500.
course. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was just wondering if there was a specific reason between 7 and 9, but
Thanks.
cool.
Yeah, still experimenting, but yeah, and here's the, filled out, and I put the testimonials there. So I'll flip back
Could I,
now
could I
behind.
ask you another question before you flip
A-
back?
Absolutely.
And it looks like Iza also has a question she'd like to, and I want to, but you're kind of blowing through this right now. And I just want to make sure that you see in the chat here, there's been some great comments about the fact that you've shown all your modules is on your landing page is a really, I think I'm a huge thumbs up on that as well. I agree, Brenda, it just gives someone a full idea of what the course is like. So that's great. Kudos. But my question for you was, have you looked at this on a mobile device, especially your order page? I'm not so sure about the other course pages, but we
Mhm.
know that so many people are flipping through Facebook or whatever, they're on their mobile device. And so when they get your link, they're going to see it on a mobile device. So what was your process for testing that?
I tested it on my iPhone, and most pages seem fine. I think I need to do maybe another round of testing. And then there's the app, which, if people are using the mobile app versus browser, because I did like browser testing and app testing. And I mean, it looked okay. I probably need to, like I said, maybe just have a couple more people test it on mobile, because the people that have been testing it, I believe they were on their computer. So, but good reminder. Good reminder
Yeah,
there.
and it's a reminder to anybody watching this now or in the future, just because the world is so mobile first, making sure that especially your order page really sings on a mobile device is important, because that could be a difference between somebody pushing go or not. So
Someone recently told me to not on this page, but like on a lead magnet page, to try to avoid scrolling. So do you feel like the order page should be not as long? Like, because then they would have to scroll.
at the end of the day, it's kind of an impossibility to avoid scrolling. I mean, that's a lot to ask when you're selling a course. If you were to just have, one image, then it says, come and click and buy my course, and that brings them to brings them to your order form, maybe, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't overthink that so much
Mhm.
as yeah, I agree with Brenda. She just put in the kind of that this is actually quite short and simple, straight to the point. If somebody's getting to this order page, they're probably already very far along the path of considering buying. And so
Mhm.
it's less about explaining and more about being just really clear about what you get, what you have in your different plans, and then give them the ability to buy, which you do right below that. So
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. I've seen tons of sales pages, over the years. Some of them are so long.
mhm.
So mine is a little long, but not like crazy long, where, they have like it goes on forever. Okay, so now I thought I would go back to the screen where you can see behind the scenes. Okay, so just looking at some key points, Brenda, that you wanted me to mention. So yeah, I mentioned about the objectives, and as far as course materials and actions. So again, once they get their magic link, access to course, this is what they see. And I followed along with what I learned, from the Marissa Murgatroyd. I took a lot of her workshops, and, putting like the goals at the beginning. And then I myself like to explain to the student that how to move forward. So I tried to put instructions here, scroll down to get started. I always worry that they're not going to understand to come back here if they go like to all trainings and like click the buttons, because I had people test it and they didn't get all the points, and they said, I wonder why I didn't get all the points. And I said, well, you have to check all the click on all the radio buttons, to get your I don't know if you heard that little jingle but
Yeah.
yep. Love the noises and all the celebrations. I did put in the cute little animation.
Celebrations. Yeah.
Yeah, celebrations. Yeah, exactly. So I have some getting started action items here to help them earn some points. They can download some workbooks. I'll just kind of turn that off and turn it back on so you can hear another jingle. And to visit the community forum and introduce themselves. I wouldn't say I'd had the greatest amount of engagement, so I probably need to kind of like pick some brains about, I did have some people ask questions. I guess I should be thankful that they're not bombarding the forum, but with like a little bit more engagement. So after they finish the action items, they can proceed to the modules. So if they want to continue along and then go into the first module, then they would click on that first module, which is preparing your book. And then basically each training is very similar. They click on a training and then most of them look like this, where it has a title, tells them what they're going to learn. There's a video, and then there's action items below. I have this box included here in case they want to enter a comment here, and then you could see some comments from some students here. And like, I'll just play like 5 seconds of a video. In this video, we'll review the different types of book formats to choose from. So all the videos I do are created in Camtasia, even the videos I create for my YouTube channel. And all the graphics here, they're all templates and backgrounds from Canva. Yep. So celebrations and experiences. Yeah, I mean, when they finish, let me see if I kind of uncheck these, you might see like an animation come up. So I sprinkled those in. Love those celebrations and animations. Okay, and then Brenda, you had mentioned if I used a forum. Yes, so I do offer that as a bonus. So if they have questions and comments, they can go to the forum. And like I said, I have, some engagement. I don't know if it's something that other course creators using XP have had a lot of luck with. So beyond the technical details of the course, let's see, just kind of read my notes. Okay, so what inspired me to create this course? So I always wanted to create courses, and like I said, it's based on one of my books. So I have a book on self-publishing, and then the book is great if you want to follow along in a book, but I feel like videos, because everybody learns differently, helps people. So this course would take them step by step with the self-publishing using the Amazon KDP platform. What did I base this course on and the goal? So my goal is to sell this course as part of a whole author journey experience. So I think, Daniel, you mentioned that you have a lead magnet. So I'm creating my landing page now for one of my books. It's actually like a writing and brainstorming book with ideas, because if somebody needs help, that's a good way to get them started. And then I have an author journey roadmap and books and things and worksheets and stuff that I can offer them because I'm trying to build my email list. I would say the biggest challenging, I know that was one of the questions to cover, Brennan, marketing your course after you create it. I mean, creating it was wonderful. I love the platform. I got help. And I would say, though, it took me probably like a good 6 months, and then 6 months to a year to try to figure out my whole game plan of how I was going to launch it, and what I was going to do for a marketing plan.
Did you do any pre-marketing, like as you were building it, like showing people different modules, or talking through your outline, or, just sort of getting like a group feedback kind of piece?
A little bit. I would say I did, and I do a lot more pre-marketing for my books. Uh, More comfortable with it. It's like on a smaller scale, but for the course itself, because I was still developing it, um, the only thing I did do, not really pre-marketing, but it's like along the line of like a sneak peek, is I created a page where I offer video number one for free.
Hmm.
And I'm sure
Mhm.
you've seen people that offer courses and they have a page where you can get a sneak peek. They show maybe one or two videos and then they say, okay, now if you're ready to move forward. Yeah. So I did a little bit of that. Um, and I did some posts on my Instagram, about what's coming and that I was working on it.
Mhm.
Um, so I would say the challenges I had, maybe finding things on the XP platform as I was building it. That's when I reached out for help
Sure.
and bought a block of hours because I felt like it was holding me back.
Mm.
Just like building it and working on everything else and doing consulting and my YouTube channel and everything else. Um, yeah, it took me a little longer than planned, to put it all together. And there was decisions to be made, a lot of decisions, and then there was all the graphics to gather and customize and plug in, behind the scenes. So I would say like to anyone who's facing the tech challenges, my advice is to definitely reach out to XP Excellent Support team, attend the office hours, which I've done a lot of. Um, for other types of technical challenges, it's important to do your own research, experiment, and try things. What works for one person may not work for another, and determine, what works best for you. Uh,
Did you also seek help in our Facebook group as well?
oh yes, I'm part of the XP Facebook group. And actually it's funny, I hadn't been on the Facebook group for a while. So when I went the other day, Brenda, that's why when I saw your post and about the showcase. So I thank you for that. And yeah, I every once in a while I will do like a little scan and search in the Facebook group, see what I missed. And yeah, I get the emails. I got the email from Murray Gray about the announcement coming up. And yeah, I think it's just everything's wonderful. It's a matter of keeping up with the latest. I have not added the AI bot yet to my course. I did turn it on for my mini course. And in fact, I know my time's probably up soon, but this is my mini course. And I thought about having an expiring mini course, which might be like a few lessons out of my big course, but what I ended up doing is I did a mini course, which was supposed to be a lead magnet for my big course. But what I ended up doing is for now, if they purchase the big course, they get this mini course, which is only 3 trainings,
Mhm.
for now. And
But it's a topic that's completely different than your main course.
it dives deeper into the book covers, whereas this course, the main course, will touch upon creating your book cover, but the mini course will specifically show how to like more in depth, like the trim size and the book dimensions, and then creating the ebook cover and the print cover in Canva and laying it out like the front spine and back, laying all that out in Canva.
Nice. I love hearing your whole journey. One of the things that I feel in the background, by the way, just so everybody knows, Daniel unfortunately has had an emergency come up and he dropped off the call a little while ago. Not sure exactly what happened there, but I think we lost our second presenter for today. I don't think he's going to be coming back. So Amelia, you have all of the time in the world.
Ah,
Um, and
welcome.
so I'm just, and so yeah, so I really, we apologize. I'm not, unfortunately, we hope that everything's okay with Daniel's going on there, but he had to drop off the call. My question is, in the background, I'm sensing you haven't really, you've mentioned this a couple of different times. You came from, you were in tech and then you went to, you were in online learning, you were in the corporate world, you kind of came from there. And then it sounds like this is, we know that this is where you're taking your your professional life, but you've really given yourself a long runway to make this happen, right? I get to talk to lots of people who are just like, I want to get this done tomorrow and get out the door and, and push go. What are your considerations there, and what was your consideration to say, look, I'm going to take the time to get this right the way that I want to do it and then launch it, et cetera, rather than, come up with an MVP and push it out and iterate from there.
All right. Well, the main course, my main course is a culmination of 7 years of self-publishing and hard work. And here's some of my books down in here. So what I end up doing a lot of the time is, if I write a book, especially the nonfiction, I kind of see what effect that might have, and my plan for after that book or after that course. So it does take some time to plan it out. I like to figure things out. Just was my background with software troubleshooting. And when I figured out how to self-publish a book, because I had gone to workshops to kind of decide, do I want to self-publish or do I want to traditionally publish years ago? What genre do I want to write in? So I learned through a course many years ago that if you write a book for your business, that it could be easier to market because you already are an expert in something, right? So I figured, okay, I'll do the books. I actually did Microsoft Office tips and tricks books first. That was an experiment. And I thought about having a course on Microsoft Office, but it's a bit too competitive. Just years ago, I used to do Microsoft Office training. So then I was burnt out doing that and working full time with the books. And my husband's like, why don't you do something fun? So I said, okay, I'm going to do children's books. Big risk, different genre, did rhyming books, most fun project. And then I decided to, because I tested, I was like, okay, well, this is allowing me to test the process further. So I had my Microsoft Office and my children's books. I'm like, now I'm going to write the books on how to do the whole self-publishing process. And I did think at that time, I want to do a course for this, but I still was testing and perfecting. That's why there's such a long runway.
Sure.
And now this year, my focus is marketing. So I did find some people to help me and that I could learn from for marketing, but that's like a whole nother aspect. So, and it's different than me marketing my books. So when I market my books, I could run Amazon ads and I can go to festivals, but to market a course is like different, very different. So I would say that's one of the biggest, I don't know if I want to call it a challenge. I would just say like something else to figure out. And again, what's going to work for one person is not going to work for another. You see so many people saying, right, or on social media, oh, I made $100,000 last month, and it's so easy. All you have to do is click this button, and I will show you how to create a course. And they all want to show you how to create the course, but they don't really want to. I mean, some do to show you how to market it.
Sure.
So, yeah.
And we know that I'm going to say 99.9% of those claims are false.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
And
that.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I welcome any feedback, any questions. If Daniel does jump back on, I'll give him the floor, but
Sure.
any other
I think
questions or anything else, Brennan, that I did not hit on that you wanted me to mention?
No, it was perfect. I think you covered everything, but I'm curious about what topics are you covering in your forum? Like how do you get them engaged there? Like what are the topics that you are using in your forum?
Well, the first thing I tell them to do is to visit the community forum and introduce themselves. So I'll just click here and hopefully this will take me in there. So somewhere I had a prompt. I don't know where it is now. that if they have a hard time like introducing themselves, I think I asked them if you can just introduce yourselves, what's your favorite beverage? And I had one more question, like a simple question, you know, maybe something about travel or something, just to get them interested in sharing. And then, yeah, I mean, I've had some people that are just commenting, and then I had specific questions, like this student wanted help with Ingram Spark, the other self-publishing platform, pricing, you know, for other countries. So I'm still trying to figure out how to make the most out of the forum and make sure that the students are able to see the questions and find the questions and answers. That I'm not sure of. I have to do some more testing as a student. Unless you know, like the best way to, because I know there's, you know, like there's pin posts and most liked and all that, but I feel like I have to scroll sometimes to kind of see, unless I get an email, you know, that there's a new post, to see what's out there.
And so have you customized your notifications inside your account?
Like for instance, if students are getting notified about a certain thing, or give me an
Yeah,
example.
or how you're getting notified when things come in, you know, when somebody posts in the forum or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. If I'm getting notified, it's probably a notification that I didn't customize, but the pieces that I did customize with some help would be like if a student, you know, if they sign up for the course, the welcome, the rescue email if they haven't been in there, and emails like that. Um,
Is there and I'm going to reveal, you know, a gap in my knowledge. Brenda, are you aware of, is there an experience that you can create that it creates a notification anytime somebody comments in the forum? Because it could be something where we send you a, you know, we send you a text message, or we, as you said, Amelia, you know, you get an email and that happens. I'm just wondering if there's other ways that we can notify you that you would like, you know, that would either make it easier or, you know,
is
be, you
there a
know, kind of,
text? Yeah, I get an email.
I'm going to find out while we're here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, the email works that I see it and then I check it shortly thereafter, and then I try my best to answer. And I guess if I see it, I don't know if the other students get notified that, you know, student A posted a question, and maybe student B or C might know the answer. But do the other students get an email, or I'm not really sure. I'm
So
not
here's
sure.
the, I mean, here's the, I'm going to put this into our Zoom chat here for everyone. This is our help file on the community forum. And if you just search for notifications, you know, when you mention somebody in the forum, they get a notification that says they've been mentioned. And then also they get an email about that post. So that's something that is good to note, and something that we could look forward in the future about, you know, different ways to get notified based on, you know, posts in the forum.
Yep.
Creating different spaces in your forum can help people recognize what they are looking for. So if you had a Q&A space, it would be easier for your students to go there and search for the answers that they are looking for. And not everything is in the, you know, introduce yourself space. So that could also help you, you know, like make different subspaces that could help you a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe I do. If they're in a different lesson, like, you know, I believe there's different ways they could see the form or get to the forum. Am I correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like I have to do some more testing in the forum to help my students best utilize the forum.
Mhm. Just with the use of tags, that could be, I don't know, when someone completes the first module, then they have access to a certain part of the forum, for let's say. And also, I was going to say something else. Oh, I don't know if you promote your course with this, but maybe it's something to highlight. If you get people to participate in your forum, that could be something that you can also sell, in your sales page, like have access to a network of people who are also self-publishing their books, and that's also a really good, like, like point, and
Yes,
people will be interested in networking. It's actually really good.
that's a great idea. That's a really great idea. Yeah. Yeah, in my sales learn more page, I mentioned that the community is a bonus. So I try to emphasize that that's an extra piece, that they get with the course. Yeah. So yeah, I welcome any feedback. I think at this point, like, I haven't attended office hours in a while. I do have a ticket in though. The generate social posts. I just started trying that, but I haven't been able to get that to work. So they opened a ticket. I actually tried it just with my mini course, because I thought it would be quicker. Because you know how you have to turn it on to learn and absorb. So that took like a few hours for the bot to learn. And then I went over to try to do that. So I thought I would start taking advantage of the AI. Like I said, I have not turned on the AI bot inside the courses just yet.
Mhm.
So that's
Fantastic.
on my list.
Well, Amelia, thank you so much for sharing today. This has been a great
Absolutely.
journey. I love I love what you've done. I love the patience that you've shown and just sort of the tenacity to put a really complete course together, a really complete thought. It also captures obviously your experience and your expertise in self-publishing. I recommend that if anybody wants, is there some, if people want to reach out to you about this, obviously they can go to your course, but is there any other way that you'd like for them to reach out to you?
I could, I don't know if you can see this or not, but
You can.
you can?
Yep.
They can go to Amelia's Writing Corner.
Okay.
And let me just move this menu down if it lets me. So on the top here, there's a contact us. So if they go to ameliaswritingcorner.com, I have a blog website here that has information on self-publishing and marketing and things.
Fantastic.
And they can click contact us, and then it goes to just a simple form that they could ask me anything.
Fantastic.
And I'll be glad to answer their question.
Well, thank you. Honestly, thank you so much for taking the time and
Oh.
sort of going the extra mile, because unfortunately we lost Daniel today, but
Hope
we'll
he's
invite him
okay.
back. I want you to see in the comments here, Susan, thank you for your comment. It says your course's layouts and graphics look great. It's great to see you here. Sounds like you've been involved here longer than Susan, but she hadn't seen you before. But she knows you from Diana's Facebook group. There you go.
Yes, I recognize. Yes. Hi, Susan. Yes.
Super cool.
Yeah. Well,
But
thank you
you.
so much for this
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, no, our pleasure. Thank you so much for everybody for coming. If you wouldn't mind, Amelia, you can stop sharing your screen now. Just a reminder to everyone, we do this every month. And so if you'd like to be a part of the showcase, please just send an email to Stephen+showcase@Xperiencify.com, and that will get to me, and we'll be happy to put you into the list of people who we're going to be having coming up in the near future. Also, just another, some reminders there at the end. Do take advantage of our quick start courses, the workshop, the expiring mini course, and soon in October, we'll have a challenge. These are all live trainings that you can do with Brenda, and she'll be able to take you through those click by click. Look at our done for you packages, go to our help file, go to done for you packages, and you can see, we do have the ability to accelerate your course getting online faster. And as Amelia has said, working with our team, we not only have those packages, but we also have sort of blocks of hours that you can just sort of get some consulting time there. And that many people find that really helpful. Come to our office hours. They happen 3 times a week, and they're in different times to accommodate different time zones. So there's got to be one that works for you. And look out for that announcement. One came out today, there's one tomorrow, and we're going to be launching Go Plus. And there's going to be some specific launch and trainings happening starting on October 8th. So come and join us there. But Go Plus is a big game changer that we're excited to launch out to the universe. So join us for that as well. But other than that, in my universe, it would be bonus Node.js. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think for most of everybody else, but thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
Bye-bye.